Good morning, students. Today we are going to read another important topic in the topic of quadratic graphs. And the topic is solving problems involving quadratic graphs. So this is the second lecture of the quadratic graphs. So concentrate yourself. The following examples show how we solve problems involving quadratic graphs. And the question is, the total surface area of the solid prism A is given by A is equal to 4x square minus 5x plus 2. So this is the equation given. A part requirement is draw the graph of A is equal to 4x square minus 5x plus 2 in the range of x. This x is greater than or equal to 0, lesser than or equal to 2. Okay, so this is actually the requirement. The first task before us is to draw the curve. The steps will be same. The first step will be make a table of the values of x and y. X condition is given. We have to move from 0 to 2. So 0, 1 and 2 will be the three values of the x that will be placed one by one in the equation to get the value of a. So the a is there in place of y. So look now, when we will put x, we will get a. So this is the thing you have to careful for. Okay, next step will be choose a suitable scale, because scale is not given there. So choose the suitable scale for the x-axis and y-axis as well. Then the next step will be plot the values from the table on the graph paper. Next step will be join the points with the freehand curve. Next step will be label the curve, and up to that step the curve will be done, and then we can solve all these parts. So look now, first we will make the table of the values for this. So here is the table. Look now, this is the equation. The values which are given was 0 to 2. So we have chosen 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and up to 2. So this is the first thing. Table is done. Next step is choose a suitable scale for x-axis and y-axis. So for x-axis we have chosen 8 centimeter to 1 unit, and for A's axis is 2 centimeter to 1 unit. So because there is a in place of y, so the vertical line will be mentioned by a and the horizontal line by x. So look, horizontal line is represented by x. Next step will be plot these values of the plot these values from the table onto the graph paper. So 0 and 2 will be this point and up to so on. So these points are plotted on the graph paper. The next step will be join the points with the help of the freehand curve, not with the scale. So this curve is done now. So from this point, from this stage, now we can solve the other parts. Look now, the total surface area of the solid prism is given by this. A part is done. B part is from the graph find the minimum total surface area of the point. So this is the total. So this is the minimum point. We will use scale to, because minimum total area, total surface area is the requirement. So area is actually on the y-axis. So we will draw a dotted line from minimum point to y-axis, and this is the actually value that is representing the minimum total area. Second part's requirement is the value of the x when the total surface area is the 5. So first we will locate the point 5 on the y-axis, that is this one, and from here we will use the scale to draw a dotted line. We will touch the curve, and from there we will find the value of the x, because the value of the x is the requirement when the surface area is 5. So this will be the method. Here is another very important question from this category. The question is, in the diagram ABCD is a rectangle where AB is 4 minus x, You can see AB is 4 minus x, AD 2x plus 3, so this is 2x plus 3, CEX, here is x. So show that the area of the triangle BED, so this is BED, is given by, we have to prove this. So the method is, the formula for the area of the triangle is, because the area of the triangle is the requirement, 1 by 2 into base into height. So look now, this is the base, that is BE, okay, and this is the height. Height is given, base is not given, but this total side is given, that is 2x plus 3, and this is x. So first we will subtract x from this, so 2x plus 3 minus x will be equal to x plus 3. So b is x plus 3 and the height is 4 minus x. So we will put the values into the formula of the triangle, area of the triangle. So look now, 1 by 2 into base into height, B is x plus 3 and CD is x minus 4. We will solve it and we will reach to the point this. So this is shown. So this was the first step that is done. Second part is draw the graph of this for x is greater than or equal to minus 4 and less than or equal to 5. So this is the condition which we have to follow. First we will make a table, but remember when we will put the values of x into the equation, we will get the values of a. So it means vertical line will be a and horizontal line will be x. So first we are going to make a table of the values. Okay, the steps to draw the graph are same. First we will make a table of the values from the condition. Here is the condition. Then next step will be, we will choose a suitable scale for the x-axis and y-axis. Next step will be, we will draw the values from the table which we have made onto the graph paper. Next step will be, we will join the points with the help of with the freehand curve. Next step will be, we will label the curve, and after that stage we will be able to solve this part, that is from your graph find the value of x that will result in maximum area. So we will locate the maximum point on the curve. With the help of scale we will touch the y-axis, because y-axis is actually a line of the area, and that point where the line intersect will be the maximum area. So these will be the steps which we are going to solve now. So look now, this is the equation and condition for x was from minus 4 to plus 5. So minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we will put these values one by one into the equation. When we will put minus 4 into the equation, in place of x, we will get a minus 4. And in the similar way, we will solve all these values. So next step will be choose a suitable scale. So here is the scale that we have chosen. X-axis is equal to 2 centimeter to 1 unit. And A's axis is, A will be on the vertical axis because we do not have Y. 1 centimeter to 1 unit on the vertical axis. Now the next step will be, we will plot these points onto the graph paper. So look, these are the points which we have plotted on the graph paper. Next step will be, we will join these points with the help of the freehand curve. So this is drawn now. Next step that was required, that next thing that was required in the question was the maximum area. So we will locate the maximum point on the curve. So this is the maximum point. From here we will draw a line that will intersect the y-axis and we will find the point that will be the answer of the maximum area. So these are the steps. So you have to practice these questions, students, again and again. These are very important questions. In this kind of question, the most difficult thing is to draw the curve with freehand. So practice yourself. Like you ever have seen the painters that look at someone, something, and make a sketch in their mind and then do like this, or directors do like this. So the thing, same thing is required from us as well. So we will draw the curve like this. First we will practice like this, and then we will pick the pencil and we will draw the curve like this. Here is another important question from the topic. The statement of the question is, when an object is thrown upward from the top of the tower, the height h meter of the object from the ground after t seconds is given by the formula. And this is the formula. The table below shows some values of the t and the corresponding values of the h. So our incomplete table is given. A's part requirement is complete the table above. So we will complete the table like put the value of t into the equation. We will get the corresponding value of the h and up to so on. So like this, the table will be completed. B's part requirement is using a scale of the 4 centimeter to represent 1 unit on the t-axis and 2 centimeter to represent 5 units on the h-axis. Draw the graph of this. So look now, scale is given. So we have to follow the scale. And the table that is already given in incomplete form, we have to complete the table. C's part requirement is from your graph find the height of the tower. So all these requirements can be solved after drawing the graph. So the same steps will be followed. The table which is incomplete form is given. First we will complete the table of the values. Scale is already given. We will follow the scale. Then these points which we have completed on the table will be plotted on the piece of the graph paper. Next step will be join the points with the help of the freehand curve. Next step will be label the curve. And after that stage, we can solve all these requirements. So look now, first the table will be completed. So the respective values of the x will be placed in the equation to get the corresponding values of the h. So now look, after this stage, this is the first stage. This is the scale given, which is already given in the question. We have to follow this scale. So look, we have followed the scale. Then next stage will be plot the points. We have plotted the points like this. Next step will be join the points with the help of a freehand curve like this. After that, label the curve is the stage. So we have labeled the curve as well. So up to this point, the graph is done. So when graph is done, now we can solve, we can find all the requirements which were given. So look now, what were the requirements? The requirements are from your graph find the height of the tower. So height of the tower is the requirement. So this is the maximum point. That will be the height of the tower, that is 35 meters or whatever the unit is used in the question. Second part, the time in seconds when the object hits the ground. So look now, when the object hit the ground, actually the graph will touch the x-axis. So look now, this is the stage where the graph hit the cut the x-axis. So this point of x, that is 3.65, is the time at which the object hit the ground. Look now, next requirement is when the object will be 25 meters from the ground. So we will locate the point 25 on the vertical line. So this is the 25 point on the vertical line. From here we will draw a dotted line with the help of scale, and we will cut the x-axis with the help of scale, and this is the corresponding value of the x when height is 25. The next requirement is the maximum height of the object above the ground. So this is the maximum point and maximum height is required. So we will use our scale and intersect the y-axis with the help of the scale. So this is the maximum height of the object above the ground. So this is the question, students. Here is another important question in this topic is the statement is the variables of x and y are connected by the equation y is equal to x square minus 2x minus 1. Some corresponding values of x and y are given in the table below. So a table is already given, that is complete. No, some values are missing, that is a and b. A's part requirement is calculate the values of a and b. So a, the corresponding value of the y, x is 1, so we will put 1 in the equation to get the value of a. So 1 minus 2 minus 1 and minus 1 will be minus 2. So a will be minus 2 and likewise the b can be solved. So just put the value of x into the equation, you will get the answer of the y. In this way, the a part is done. Calculate the values of a and b. So a part is done. Second part is using a scale of the 2 centimeter to represent 1 unit on the x-axis and 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on the y-axis. Draw the graph of this for -2 to 5. Okay, table is already given. Next new thing is the scale. So it means table is given, scale is already given. So first we will draw the graph. The steps will be same again. The table is already given. So first we will complete the table. Set of the values are now there. Next step is we are given the scale of the x-axis and y-axis. So according to the scale, we will plot x-axis and y-axis on the graph of paper. Next step will be we will plot the set of the values from the table, that is -2 7 -1 2 0 -1 and up to so on. We will plot this set of the values on the graph of the paper. Next step will be we will join these points with the help of the freehand curve. Next step will be label the curve, and after that stage you will be able to solve the last step, last part. That is somewhat different. So look carefully, what is the difference in this part? So look, here is the original equation, and in first part you can see we have placed 0 in place of y. The rest of the equation is same. So x square minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. And in second part we have placed 3 in place of y. The rest of the values are same. So the method to solve these questions will be, after drawing the curve, we will check the points from the curve where the x-axis are 0. And y will be 0. So y will be 0 at the x-axis. So we will join the points from the curve to the x-axis, and that points will be the solution of these points. So look now. After completing the table and following the scale which is given in the question, so first we will make x-axis and y-axis according to the scale. 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit. So here is 2 centimeter to represent 1 unit on the x-axis. So 2 big boxes will represent 1 unit and up to so on. And y-axis, 1 big unit will be 1 unit. So look now, on the y-axis, here is the y-axis. So 1 big unit will represent 1 unit. So this is wrongly done. Okay, this is correctly done because 1 2 3 4. Okay, done. So this is correct. Now after this stage, the values from the table will be plotted, that is these points. Next stage will be join the points with the help of the freehand curve. Next stage will be label the curve. So we have labeled the curve like this. The equation will be written on the curve. Okay, now the final part. The final part was y was equal to 0. So we will notice on the curve where the y is 0. So look now, this point and this point on the x-axis are the points on which the curve is intersecting the x-axis. So these are the points on which y is equal to 0. So the corresponding values of the x are minus 0.4 and 2.4. So these are the values which are the answers of that part. And in the second part, y was equal to 3. So now we will locate the point y is equal to 3 on the graph. So here is the point, that is y is equal to 3. We will use a scale and draw a line on the graph paper, and we will intersect our curve. So these are the points on the curve where y is equal to 3, and their corresponding values are these one. So minus 1.25 and 3.25 are the respective values of x when y is equal to 3. So this is the method to solve this kind of question, students. Practice these questions a lot. These are frequently come in the paper. So this is the time you can practice a lot. Read this lecture again and make your notes. Thank you so much.